And what the hell?
He did it! He did it, ladies and gentlemen! He
Yep,
did it!
I said it. That's
Two
what it
hacks.
is. We're all thinking it. We're all thinking it. You're thinking it. I'm thinking it. I'm pretty sure Kumo's thinking it. So much
Are
so
we?
is the name of this chapter. What the hell? And welcome back once again. I am Shiffy.
I'm Zil.
Still's very far away. I'm Sun.
Oh,
Closer.
I'll lean closer, that's all.
Yep. So yeah, here we are with chapter 603 then.
Or
Yeah.
609 according to stream.
Yeah, according to Manga Stream, it's 609. I think they just made a typo.
Massive typo.
Maybe they thought there were 6 chapters in between that we had left out.
Yeah, whoever it was could have been using the
Six
number.
one-page long chapters.
Yeah, sure. That's totally reasonable. But yeah. So this is quite a chapter.
That was
I don't
polarizing
even-
as the last one, I think.
I don't even know what to make of some of the stuff that happened. Yeah, I mean, he might have just killed everyone.
Yeah.
He might have just killed everyone.
Might have just committed more genocide. Who knows?
Are we shocked?
I think he committed Stalin-level genocide.
Wait, Porke, son?
Why are we shocked by him? He's done it before.
I'm not shocked by it. I'm just like amused. Actually.
mean,
Yeah,
Now
it's like
he's-
it's like
I'm
he
used
looked
to-
at Aizen and went, "I see you stabbing at Haribel, and I raise you. Everyone dies."
Everyone of my race, no less.
Yeah, well, yeah.
But
well,
like, but
he's the start of the race.
I'm more amused because it took this long for him to do something like so blatantly obvious that like he doesn't care about any of his subordinates beyond because like in the first invasion it was just like him, killing those two Arankar and Mercy killing Royd. But then this one it's like every sterner I'm not using dies. And it's
I mean,
like okay,
that's
we
like,
know he's
that
a
is
knife,
Stalin level right there. I mean,
Yep,
we're talking
Stalin.
he's killing off his own soldiers.
Yep, murder-wise and mustache-wise.
But
Well, either
there's some
way,
stuff happens
he
before
kinda,
that.
he increases his power anyway, so it doesn't
Yep.
really matter to him. It's like
Exactly, yeah,
win-win.
But it
I
was
lose,
amusing-
I win. I win, I win.
it was amusing that we were totally wrong about him not helping the Senator, the elite ones. Although it did come at the cost of like of him like screwing over everyone else. But
I'm
he did
so
actually revive and Volstendig at least three of the elites. We didn't see Pranita, and I feel like it might just be dead because like God knows its ability is way less useful for combat than the other three.
Okay, but then wait some more. There's some interesting stuff that happens before that. I mean,
Well,
There's-
yeah, I think that's like the focal point, but there is other stuff.
there's some interesting stuff that happens here first. I mean, this whole thing with Bombietta. Apparently, she's talking normally.
Well, like she could
Apparently they're
talk.
vampires.
She could talk, but
Oh yeah, no, she could talk. Do you remember how she was apparently
Is-
asking to give a?
Yeah, but she sounded a
Giselle,
little. It
please
was
give
more,
me a massive bag of dicks. That's what everyone interpreted it as.
As
Yep.
opposed to
But-
when she confirmed in this chapter, she wanted blood.
And flesh.
And
Well,
flesh.
yeah, but it was a
Of
little.
Christ.
It was, but that time around she didn't seem quite as sentient as someone
Well-
like Hitsugaya. Now she's talking and she sounds a little more.
But well, she's
you
not
can hear
quite
her,
she's
can't
not
you?
quite her old self. She's not quite her old self, although she did have her own like self-preservation thing going on.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to die yet, and then bam, bam, head into the rocks.
Yeah, and Giselle's just we're not even
I
sure
was-
she's biting her and stealing her own blood back, I guess.
I was amused
Yeah,
to see
I'm
that.
guessing that's what she does. She must give blood to people that are
Yeah.
dead.
Yep, and then she gets it back to heal herself. That's what I'm thinking. But
Yeah,
I was,
guessing
I was,
that's why she has to kill people like it's
Yeah,
a bit
'cause-
like vampires, if you know what I mean. There.
yeah, I see what you're saying. Because like her whole power revolves around her blood, so you know. But
Yeah,
it was amusing to see her being alive after being stabbed through the heart. I mean,
Well, she is. We have seen her been sliced in half.
well, yeah,
in
but
half
that
and
wasn't
going,
like cutting
"Mm-mm."
her major source of life. And I was saying broken neck too. And I was saying like there is a good possibility that she is gonna survive this because she survived being nearly cut in half and having her neck broken. No big deal, and she did. But I have a feeling that if Jujuman just stole her powers, she's not gonna be in this much longer.
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna be
Unless
able to
Lil
do
Dodo
much
can,
more.
can protect her further somehow.
And of course, appropriately, her Volstendig wings.
Or massive and
And
skeletal.
yeah, they're bones. I mean, that's fitting for the zombie, I guess.
Yeah. Way back, people were thinking that it was either her or Az who would have like fly wings, like bug wings. But no,
Oh.
bones. Just like her bow.
Yep.
Bones. Bones is, and they were like huge compared to every other role thing we've seen. Like they easily dwarfed her. It was crazy.
And if you look closely enough, little Totos are kind of like teeth.
Yeah. And
I
then
mean,
Venus Hearts, or Candace
yeah.
has lightning bolts, and
Yep.
then for some reason Robert has like it looks like something from Tron.
Who knows?
Speaking of
Something
Robert,
from Tron.
Yeah.
yeah,
Speaking of
yes,
Robert, it's so funny now that we're actually calling him Robert, as if we've
yeah,
known all
it's
along.
instead of Commissioner Gordon or Colonel Sanders or Revolver Ocelot
Yeah.
or any combination of the above.
Yeah. It does finally. It's nice
Oh,
that Kubo gave this dude a name. I mean, that's always great.
yeah, it took long
Um.
enough. After like all these editors were like he came back and then he wasn't introduced right away. I think that was a little strange.
Yep.
But that's one of the major points of contention for this chapter that people are mixed about. Most of them I've seen don't like how it's like, oh, introduce, and then we know his letter and not the not even the name of the script like we do with Gerard, where like even though he didn't use it, we still know the name, right? But then Osweilen, I mean, and also I was interested by how he completely lost his shit. Like
Completely
like
went mental.
he went like bonkers,
Yeah.
honestly. And the thing is, the only other character I can compare his previous like stoicness to was Az, and then Az, even though Az went on speech, like he never like went completely crazy until 568, where he's like fear can go through your retinas, you will drown in my fear. And then 569, where he's like, oh, I'll kill you, I'll make you wish you were dead. But like this guy, it was just one chapter within like within uh 2 pages of him just like being crazy, and then bam, dead. And it's like and like I feel like that was actually something done well because it was just showing how insanely terrified he was of Juju Man using his Osweilen to kill everyone, including himself, to get his power.
Yeah.
And that was actually like I don't mind that at all. I mean, because it was out of
And
character in a good
he knew
way.
it was going to happen for
Yeah,
the people up there. He knew
yeah,
that if they got left out, they're screwed.
yeah, and
Wow.
he was
I
scared,
just
and
I
like
just realized something very interesting. You know who he reminds me a lot of now, especially after he went a little mental there. Um, uh, did either of you read the chapter 0?
oh, you mean talking about Ori and his father?
Yeah, he kind of reminds me of him actually.
Oh,
I
well,
mean, he
more
the
badass.
the I mean, he seems fairly stoic until you realize until something really bad happens or
Yeah,
and then he kind of just loses it. And I mean,
yeah,
if you look going back to Orihime's father in the prologue chapter in that pilot chapter, he was he even the facial expression when Akitron is shouting, "This is the end for us."
yeah. I mean, so like, what? I don't think many people are bothered by him losing his shit because that was out of character in a good way. Like,
Well, we
it
don't
showed
even
that.
know what his character really
Well, his
was,
character
to be
before that was
honest. All we knew
serious.
was that he shot someone in the face. That's all we
Well,
really knew.
no, well, we knew that he was polite and serious, and like he didn't like let his emotions rule him, like with a lot of other Terminator or just characters in general. But
Well, we didn't really see him have anything that could impact him emotionally. We just seen him kind of stand there, like,
well, yeah, but like he never like went into like full on yelling mode, like we're all gonna
until something
die.
happened.
Well, he's also got a very bipolar tie.
Yeah, well, he got a
A
suit.
bipolar tie?
He's wearing a suit underneath his vest, his trench coat, which is like,
Yeah, but then you look at his tie, and some panels it's blank, and then others it's like checkered.
oh yeah, because like detail,
Yep,
you know.
yep.
But but most people, including myself, are split over is how he was just kind of. It was like even faster than Askin this time. Like we got his name, we got his letter, and then bam, dead. It's like, really, come on. We don't even know like it's just like the BG9. We don't even know what his ever that is. Like, come on,
Well, we didn't
God.
get to see a lot of people's powers. It doesn't.
No,
It
but like we
happens.
don't even know what the script is. We don't know what the word is, and that's grr. And I think of all, and I mean of all the Survivor who have scripts and who have died, the only ones whose powers we have not seen and whose letters we know are Gerard, BG9, and Robert. And BG9 and Robert, we don't even know like what the name of the script was. And with Gerard, we know it is the miracle and he's come back. But still, it's a little.
Well,
And
we
I
really
know Sun doesn't care because she doesn't like him.
we
But
really
No,
don't know
it's
of.
not even that I don't care that I don't like him. I just expect it to happen every now and again. It happened in the friggin' first bloody Rancor invasion with a thing where, D-Roy's just there and like, oh, this is my power. Oh, I died. And it's like, what was your power? What was that again?
but he wasn't a
It
captain
happens.
level.
You don't really see. You never see Meneloli's power. You never really see their friggin' what they can really do. They're just
Well,
there. There's
I know
cannon fodder and there's
I
not.
know that sometimes that like I understand that like sometimes like Kubo just doesn't want to go he wants to use a cannon fodder, that's fine. But and I guess that in this case, since it doesn't really matter the power level of whoever Duty Man's targeting, like it's not like every certain is a cannon fodder. But he, alongside Askin, to me, was one of the more interesting ones that I actually want to see something out of. Whereas for Leroy Mentally, no one cares.
Well, I would
Uh,
like to see what Meneley could do since she got brought back to friggin' life. So I was
well,
kind
yeah,
of
like
interested,
no
like,
one cares
oh
about
yeah, she
Leroy.
didn't
Come
die.
on, like no one cares about
But it
Leroy.
doesn't matter. I don't care about Sergeant Sanders, whatever you want to call him. I've never cared about him.
Sergeant Sanders.
Sanders No Name. There
Well,
you are. It's Robert
exactly
No Name
like
till he died.
Robert Accutron, which I imagine Accu has to do with accuracy. It's just like a root. But I know you don't care, but like myself and others care. That's why I am saying like I wish that like me personally that I
I
wish
would
that
just
he
like to
didn't
see
do a
what
thing.
characters that have been there for 10 years could do rather than characters that are like, oh, die. Can do, I
I
don't
mean,
care.
I also
To be
kind
honest
of want
with
to
you,
know what Najakoop can do.
but unless because like there was that whole thing. Oh yeah, also we don't know his letter or the name of his script. That reminds me,
Yeah,
but
we know his letter's U. That's about
and
it.
we know he can observe the stuff and then. Uh,
Who
uh,
knows? We really don't know. I mean,
um, was, was there like there wasn't that much else to go on this header besides the mass Osweiler and Giselle being alive, Robert going crazy.
Yeah,
Oh,
what I took from Robert, obviously after that point, is that um his fight with Shunsui, clearly it was just a Sanpakuto was not waking up the hell again. Katen, he was just like, yeah, whatever, can't be ours today.
yeah, I
Like the
mean,
way the first time we like really seen him battle, it was like, yeah, wait until you get wounded, then be like, oh yeah, now I want to fight now. Okay, well, okay, I'm
well, yeah.
waiting.
I mean, everyone went Shikai in the first invasion if they could. Like even Hisagi was like, you know what, immediately. I don't care if I don't like when it's Nambakuto. Going Shikai.
Oh well, yeah, war, kind of.
And like and even I think Shunsui went or the Ukitake went Shikai even though I didn't know if his opponent used energy attacks like just in case, you know.
Yeah,
But
well, we still don't know what Ukitaki's really
yeah,
abilities are other than he can repel attacks. I'm sure that's not his only ability, otherwise that would be pretty pointless. I'm a captain based on my ability to reflect your attack.
yeah. Well, and his Kido and his spiritual power and his Shunpo and
yeah, and
and my
all that.
tuberculosis.
And my tuberculosis.
But
Hey,
like
it's not funny being chronically ill.
uh no, but it's it's funny when like when they
Well,
don't
do you
know
know
what
what
it
it is?
is.
Do you know what it is? Maybe one day someone might try to kill me by an overdose, and you know what? Maybe my condition, being having to take a load of tablets, it would probably be like, oh, I'm so tolerant to them that I wouldn't die. There you go.
Yeah,
It's a
if you like,
defense mechanism.
if you like the Legend of Rasputin, where he just drank poison out of the bottle, and it's like, I'm fine, nah, nah,
I'm
nah.
fine.
But
I'm fine.
I guess the only thing like
No, no,
is like,
you gotta do it like the Princess Bride.
I've never actually seen that.
You don't know the poison scene though,
Oh no, I
Oh,
do.
is that the
I
bit?
do.
where
Or,
it's like,
Yeah.
so which one was actually poisoned? They
I,
both were. I spent the last 5 years of my life building up an immunity to poison.
Icing powder. Yeah.
Yeah, where he like puts poison in one of the two cups,
Oh, both
and
really.
well, but he says he puts
Spoiler
it in
for
one of the two.
God knows how many years old movie.
Yeah, he says he puts one
it's
in
older
one
than
of the
you.
cups, and it's
But
like you have to try and drink the one that's not poisoned, and it turns out they both were. Oh yay!
you would like me to think that, wouldn't you? But
Well, that movie was entirely troll.
Oh, it was
so,
brilliant though. Andre
but
the Giant and all.
I guess going back to the chapter, like the only thing I
Oh
can think
yeah,
of
Andre.
about it is the first 3 pages, which was Nomad figuring out how he should take on Yevok, and I think it was like, okay, first the arm, then we'll go from there. It was kind of like in like the first arc when Ichigo was like, okay, I'm placing on this giant male scrawny, I'll start with the feet and then cut it up to its head. Ta-da! This is beautiful.
That was one of
Uh,
my favorite actual battles. I loved that. Oh, someone is PMing me. Whoopsie, sorry.
and
ladies.
of course, what the hell? That was a rather surreal experience because when I was reading the chapter, it was 5 a.m. I was on the premise of my school, and it was like freezing cold, and I was reading it, and I really did just say, "What the hell?" And it was very surreal because it totally
Yeah.
described my feelings. Like, okay, what the fuck is he doing? How did he even? Why did he even just use like a slang swear term in the chapter title? Like it's gonna be like a series like what the hell 2, what the hell 3, like Discord
I'm not so
X.
sure, but I have a feeling that 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 I can't claim to know what Kubo's thinking, but I have a feeling he wanted us to think that, and that's why he named it that.
Yep. I mean, last chapter with the first page being all those like dosages, I was like, okay, what is happening? But
But
this
then they
time I
explained
was
it.
like, what the
They
fuck?
explained what was going on, and
Well, yeah,
then
but
and I later looked up that thing about the median lethal dose. Damn, that is scary.
yeah, but you know,
Water
this,
intoxication's a real thing, man.
There's something in this chapter that was like left unexplained, but more like our reactions to what happened. Like, wait, why this happened? Oh God, he killed off. He may have killed off Basby. Oh God, he just wasted the cool old guy. Oh God, they're
Well, the
back.
only one
Oh
we've seen
God.
die was Robert.
Well, yeah, but like as I say, May. We don't know if it's gonna kill all of them or just take their powers from some of them. I guess kill Robert because he's cool.
Yeah, I mean,
He's cool to live.
and who knows if he's even dead? I mean,
Yeah,
it's
like there's the possibility that his ability is and allows him to like is what caused him to look like he had his flesh stripped away, and that he's not actually dead. He just has his powers gone.
That would
Yep.
be a massive twist, since
Massive
he's
twist.
totally having a freak out since he knows what's about to happen, but it's totally
Yeah.
twist. Actually, I'm not dead, even though I
I
freaked
was
out.
kidding. I was kidding. I just want to psych you out. But okay. There's one more thing, I guess, and I feel like I've been talking a lot this more than you guys. I feel like I've been superseding you, but
it's fine.
but okay. So I know it's been established that son, you don't like Surrender.
Oh my god, stop saying my opinions over and over again. I'm here too, I'm allowed to discuss my own one.
I know, but no. But like that's why I want to say like this. What I want to say is
I don't mind the Stern Ritter. I just don't care if they're
you don't
killed
care.
off. Needless to
Okay,
say.
because what surprised me, like the one thing like that surprised me among many, not as much as some of the things like Juju Man being helpful or the Australian hacks happening was the whole like the Surrender realizing that they've been betrayed by their boss and like Lil Toto being like, what the hell, why, what do you even think of us? And then Juju Man's like, comrades, we're comrades, we help each other out, brr brr. and like
Yeah, it's
it,
like,
it,
yeah, well,
It makes me
yeah.
think that he maybe actually thought what he was doing was, nothing wrong.
Well, no,
That that
he
that
totally didn't. That's the best part. He didn't think anything was wrong about it.
but that in his eyes, what he was saying was true. That they actually were helping.
Yeah, but what surprised me more was it made Little Toto at least a little sympathetic because she was like, oh my god, I've been betrayed by the men I followed. Like, oh my god, what do I think?
yeah, very naive it was. The way her response was very naive, I found.
Well, given the part of that, she'd been like, we can just fight until he comes down, and then Robert like laid the smackdown with his like, we're all gonna die. I'm surprised that she acted naive towards it actually happening.
Well, well, he's not known for, doing girls to be very, other independently minded. It's all, oh, what, me? You betrayed me? Ah!
I'm pretty sure that any other Senator who've been blindly following him until that point were like, wait, what the fuck is happening? I mean, even Basile was like, wait, how the hell? And he's like always cocky, always arrogant. He's never shown fear in his goddamn life.
And he certainly doesn't like following people. It's all of them definitely seem to have their own personalities, but all of them seem to have this great respect for him.
Well, because he was they were basically I imagine that like since they were raised in isolation, they were taught from birth or from whenever they entered their quote unquote education that he was a god made manifest on Earth and they should blind and follow him. That's why they follow him as sociopaths because he was raised he was literally raised to believe that he was a god and then he just taught it to everyone else because he doesn't know anything else.
Yeah,
So
I mean, we're not sure how many of them were really like, I mean, some of them certainly had their own lives,
Yeah, well,
but
it wasn't. Yeah, go ahead.
like they had their own lives before being members of the Vandenreich. But yeah, they I don't know where I'm going with this. I'll
okay.
think of it.
We were going somewhere, but I think it was because Silly was making.
Right, I mean, they weren't like brought up thinking he was a god.
I think they were.
No, I think they.
I mean, some of them were
find
like, some of them were like saved from death. I mean,
And then others were indoctrinated, like Az, because he was also like, this is my god. He was a religious man, and then he's like, this is now he believes Juju Man is god, and others were indoctrinated, I imagine. And you're right that some of them.
I mean,
like,
Osnote was on his deathbed, and then and then Bach came and saved him.
and Askin was like very vaguely saved, rescued by Juju Man, like because he found him not dead after receiving mortal wounds or something, you know.
Something like that.
And the Roy twins, or the Lloyd twins, God knows how they got into it because they were born to a normal family.
Yeah, they were born
they were
normally. Apparently.
Yeah,
With
they were
superpowers.
Yeah, they were born with this ability to imitate.
And then and then Juju Man's like, okay, you're Y. I'm not going to give you any of my stuff. Just your Y. Both of you.
Yeah, that's one thing that's definitely it's not made very clear with what he's necessarily giving them. Like what kind if he's necessarily giving them everything about their power or if he's giving them part of it and part of it's based on them.
Yep.
Well, I'm going to assume that, of course, that he can use all the powers he's given out. No, it's going to be.
Of course, but I mean the twins were certainly born with something at least. They were born with some kind of power of imitation.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
I'm not sure if were they able to actually copy appearances.
Yeah, they did.
Before
They did so well they couldn't tell who was who after a bit. Like they didn't know if they were Roy to Roy because they copy each other's appearances and then.
But were they able to copy other people's?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, but
So yeah, we're not really sure what Juju Man gave them.
On the subject of Juju Man being able to use powers, I'm not too certain that he can just use whatever powers that he gave to the Senator. Not because because I'm not sure they were his originally. Like I from what I can tell, whenever he gave someone a script, it like gave them a power based on like their personality or something. It was unique to each individual, with the exception of course, the Lloyd twins. And so when they died, uh, he got their like power back, not their like their script power, just like their Quincy power.
Hmm.
But because Bam Yetta still had her the explode after she died, even though like I know that like she was zombified, but presumably as soon as she died, it would have just gone back to Juju Man had he been able to collect script powers.
Yeah, he's not really
So
been very clear on that, has he? Like he said, that's what he said. He said basically the Juju man gets more powerful regardless who
yeah,
dies anyway.
powerful and lives, but I mean, so I imagine it's just like power. If he's getting it from like if he's getting it from the Shinigami who's given his soul to, then it's
Hmm.
just like power, not specifically script or Zanbakuto or whatever, just power that makes him
Yeah,
stronger, makes his ability stronger, and makes him live
yeah.
longer.
I mean, if he could really use the abilities,
The
the Shrift,
visionary.
yeah, he would. He as soon as he got to the royal palace, he would have just gone crazy with the visionary. I mean, and if he hasn't done that, then yeah, I mean, if he hasn't done that, then he either doesn't have the ability to use them the way that the Stern Ritter each were using their own ability, or God only knows what. Or he just is stupid enough not to.
I doubt he's stupid.
Either that or he's like noble or no, wait, that doesn't even make any sense.
Honorable? I'm not gonna take the easy way out, obviously.
Yeah, exactly. I don't think so. So, um, it's definitely something. I don't. I definitely. Yeah, I agree. I don't think he can actually use the ability. I don't think he can use the script.
You don't think so? You don't think that so you think he's given him power and that power becomes unique to each individual then, depending on what their
Yeah,
Yeah.
personality or
Yep.
he's supplying it with them, but they're not something. It's something based on the person. It's not something that yes he takes power back. It is the Bach giveth and the Bach taketh away, but he can't necessarily use the abilities he takes back.
hmm. Well,
Because like I
but you
said,
see him raise his
if he
elite
could,
zero division, quote unquote, from the dead.
but yeah, but if he could, I mean,
That
I
I,
think
I,
he's supplying them with extra power. I think it's more of a magnitude of power rather than what it can do.
also, it seems to be that he steals life force as well, since his soul being present in someone caused them to die much sooner than they would have otherwise, like whether it be days or months or years. So he's just taking their life force, and then if if they were dead, then he's brought them back to life. Woo.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
So
come
mean,
back
yeah,
to life.
he would have gone on a rampage with Grimmy's power as soon as he got to the Soul King Palace if he had been able to
he
use
would have
it.
just
Yeah, I
imagined
suppose.
himself there, and then imagines the Soul King dead, and then bam, end of story.
Yeah, no, I don't think it works like that. I think it's only more summoning. I don't think it's like, oh, imagine I'm here and I'm here sort of thing. I don't think it would have worked like that.
But it definitely seemed. I mean, Grimmy was able to. I believe he was able to
Well,
slip
no,
past Isai's
in that
barrier.
case, he would have just cloned himself like Grammy did, and then send then clone himself at the palace, had that clone kill Soul King, and then bam, end of story.
Yeah, no. I get that he was able to slip past the barrier, but I don't think he was the matter of fact that he just went, oh, here, hold on, I'm past the barrier. I think he was able to imagine himself able to slip past the barrier. I think I don't think that he can just go, oh, I imagine myself here, because
Well,
realistically, who's going to
even
sit there
then,
and go, I imagine myself here? Would you not just I imagine myself right next to the Soul King? Pow! Oh, it's all
even then, he could just clone himself next to the Soul King or whatever. So he doesn't have
yeah.
to actually imagine
Or he
himself.
definitely would have done something. He would have been able to do something crucial with that power, even if it's not that.
There's
I
definitely a
mean,
limit to it. I do think.
I mean,
but he could have done something to turn the tides on the royal guard.
I'd only be supportive of him getting those powers if that meant he used the superstar.
Oh God.
You
Oh
can do
god.
it, Juju Man. We believe in you. Rah
See,
rah
it's the
rah.
ridiculousness of things like that that kind of annoy me with them, with the Stern Ritter, because
That was the funniest goddamn set of chapters I've ever read. It was
Yeah,
absolutely
Mask and
hilarious.
James was they were something.
I mean, I have my own opinion on Mask and how he's like deconstruction of the idea of like a Silver Age American superhero, but that's for another discussion entirely. I actually went over that a few weeks ago in my blogs, but I even though the Superstar was pretty ridiculous for a script, it was
Kind
still
of.
pretty funny. I said pretty.
Pretty.
God.
It's amazingly ridiculous.
Well, opinions. Ugh.
The
But
opinions of.
opinions. I'd say the
No, no,
movie.
no, no. See, the thing is, right, is that whenever you are watching or reading something, you have to accept there are certain limits or certain sense in the series, and then it's just, oh well, do you know what it is? I can't die. If you cut me, I will just split into pieces and be like, "Go, James, go," or
Star
whatever. And
Lariat.
it's like, what
Star
the hell?
Headbutt.
Yeah, yeah.
Star Flash. I mean, he got a bit more believable once he went full Saiyan Dig and he started using like attacks, and then he went crazy. But up until then, it was just kind of like light-hearted ass kicking somehow. That's even like the proper term.
But I mean, think of this now. As of this chapter, we now have all 26 letters, like
Yeah.
the person's name behind
Yeah,
all 26 letters.
I remember now. I remember like way back. I think back when the second division was starting, and we only knew like the script of like, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is when Bambietta revealed her epithet. So about I think 8 people out of 26, or not whatever 10, but like people were just like taking the letters that like back when we had 16 to go, and they're like, oh, could it be the walk? Could it be like
Yep.
the light, the whatever? And then now we have it all. It's a lot of them. Most of them have been on point. Like the zombie was for the Z. Like there was like nothing else good chosen. Like the X.
I
The
don't get
X.
why you say Z. I don't get it. Z and Z
Well,
are the same thing.
Do you want me to say
Ugh.
Zed? Do you want me to say Zed?
No, I just don't
That's-
understand the letter in general. It's like it just sounds like you're saying C to me, like the
Uh,
letter C, curly C.
Z. But and
Okay,
like
now you just sound like you're imitating a vibrator and saying the letter C at the same time.
or a B. God, why do we so dirty about it? But like some of them caught people off guard. Like the X was the X-axis, and most people were like the xylophone. And it's like no, it's a sort of combat thing. But of course, no one thought of the compulsory for C. Everyone was like the
No.
control or the whatever.
Yeah,
But
no one really thought of that. I mean,
But it is interesting to look back on when we were still like, and this is like just about 60 chapters ago, I'd say. 60 chapters ago, exactly, actually. When in 554, when Bamiata first revealed her, the explode, and everyone was like, "Oh God, like what could it possibly be?" And yeah, it's really interesting to look at like how things have changed since then, and how much we've learned about everything, and how we've been
Or
right on
and
some things
learned
wrong.
and got, or the things that we've got more confused about. Those as well, yeah.
Well, we at least know what things are ish
Ish.
ish
We
ish
know what
ish.
they
But
are. It's just a case of why is it like that? Just cause. Okay.
deal with it. But yeah, I mean, comparing like past mindsets on things, like past opinions, like, oh, this will never happen, then it happened, or this should happen, and like I think a good example, way back when the arc even started, um, I think back around when Masaki was like insinuated to be a Quincy, everyone's like, she's a Quincy. It's like we can't confirm that yet. But back then, when everyone was like, "Oh, obviously she used the Let Still, that's why she has no powers," and also Ishin used the FGT, and that's why he has no powers. But no, it was something completely different.
No, yeah, no, we all thought
It
that.
was, yeah, it was completely different, and it was like, oh, okay, that's okay, and it is just like an interesting like little thing to do, to think about like how your opinions change something, and like how you can be completely wrong about something and this like accidentally right about other things, and that's just my little spiel.
oh yeah, it's absolutely yes, absolutely
It's absolutely yes,
yes. It is absolutely yes.
absolutely false.
Computer over. Virus equals very yes. That's not a good prize.
Someone set us up the bomb.
The bomb explode.
The bomb. So yeah, I think that's everything for this chapter. I mean,
Yeah, that's about it. I mean, I can't think of much more.
Well,
yeah.
I'm just on the Giselle topic. She's definitely a necrophiliac. She's definitely a necrophiliac. Like, what is she doing to her body? She's just hugging her, going, "I love you so much. I love you."
She's
Oh.
insane. That's what she is.
And
Yeah,
She is batshit crazy.
yeah. Giselle isn't normal. She's not a good example of any kind of archetype. Or
yeah,
archetype or whatever.
Also-
She's just whenever she's just not a good example of anything.
she's not a good example of it.
Yeah.
She's insane.
She is everything and nothing. Giselle's love, Giselle's life.
Yeah.
I mean, if you really want a character that really almost like doesn't fit any standard of characters we've seen before in like anything, I mean, look at Pepe.
Fat kawaii bastard.
I mean,
And he's black too, so that's even better.
I haven't
Even better.
seen that ever. I mean, of all characters, I mean, yeah.
Love is love, love is life, love is the source of all conflict. Except my body, except my love.
I don't get that.
Basically.
Accept it. I don't know. Is that like a
Accept
certain way
it.
that they say it, or something? Is this
All right,
gonna be
Zil,
another?
Zil.
I mean, you can't really ask permission when his thing is. It's not like a voluntary, like, oh, I'll decide if your power works on me or not.
No. What I'm saying is that is he trying to say something that's just been badly translated from Japanese, like accept
Well,
my love?
I could have seen it for Zamari, but you know, eh. But
Yeah.
anyway, what are you gonna ask me, Shiv?
Alright, so Pepe's love versus Runover's wheelchair.
Runover's
Not quick.
wheelchair? Come on, dude. Obvious winner. Runover is way cooler than Pepe could ever possibly be.
And imagine Pepe trying to use his love on that, on Runover.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Oh yeah. Well, I have my own love. Some ancient woman.
Some statue. Okay, we're talking about Black Joke. Let's stop that before people get confused.
Runover confirmed for Unletter Simulator.
Oh yes, Runover is totally a Stern Ritter. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
What is Runover?
A character from this manga that I got Zill into called Black Joke.
Yeah, totally badass. He uses his wheelchair to kill people.
Oh yes.
Yeah,
yeah. No. Oh right. Yeah. Before you start.
Yeah,
that.
the overly tricked out wheelchair. Oh yay.
And even like
remember
and even like the dinky wheelchair they used to use, still wrecked.
Well,
Okay.
yeah, but that's because of him. I mean, he's
Still tricked out.
downright badass. All right, so yeah, that's
I have a question on something that happened on the wiki today.
Oh, okay.
Just making sure. Did I miss something, or was that female Arankar named, or was that guy just making stuff?
No, that's making stuff up. Like we would have.
that was
Con Nacho Conteres. No, actually, we'll call her Angelita.
someone gave someone moved a page and
it's
just not
I don't
even-
know why because, it's clear that that like if there was a name in the anime, we would have actually given her that name instead of saying, oh, she's unnamed derpader.
Oh, really? You mean we actually go by anime stuff and like manga stuff? Are you kidding?
Like we actually
Yeah,
we stick to anime only rules for anime only characters. I know it's surprising, but I'm just.
Wait, you mean we actually have facts on this site?
We back shit up. I know, right? It's crazy. It's almost
Oh
like
my
we're
God.
we're a Happy Wiki.
Oh my god! And here I thought I was on the O'Reilly factor.
Yeah, I thought we were just making shit up.
Yeah,
That's-
I could have sworn that Gin was alive the whole time and has been impersonating Yamamoto for the past 500 years.
Oh,
And
absolutely.
Yamamoto's really alive now. He's somewhere else apparently.
Yeah.
He's on a beach in Hawaii going bitches,
Oh, absolutely. Yamamoto is totally doing that.
and he's going. You think this on his hat? You want me to do something? Like no. Please don't.
He's in the beach
Baby,
house with all the other dead celebrities like Elvis.
Baby, I'm so hot I'll roast this entire world to bits by activating my Bankai.
He's joined the Man in Black. Da, 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 da.
I can see him as a Man in Black, actually.
Agent
I
Y.
I can see she as a Man in Black because he's supposed to be one.
Sorry, can we just confirm? Giselle is eating her belly, right? She's biting her belly.
Yes, not like her thigh or whatever.
I don't know. I
She's
did.
she no no
She's
oh in the panel that showed her wings, it looks like she was far enough like backed up along her body that if she's bending down to eat, it would be her stomach and not like anything lower. So yeah. I
but she was
know.
also
I'm
she was
using,
also kind of holding her down.
I'm using depth perception and a flat panel of a manga, but that's like all I can really use for this kind of thing.
Yeah, I actually feel sorry. Who is it that loves Bambietta? Is it Morph that loves Bambietta? I feel so.
Morph loves all like Ruruka, Bambietta, Lil Toto, all like the small ones, I think.
Yeah, well, God, sorry, Morph. Bambietta's eye is now totally inverted. Apparently, her eye is. Do
Yep.
you see the state of it? She looks wrecked.
Well, they
Wait,
rolled up like a dead. They rolled up. She's dead.
Wait, hold on. They're inverted?
Yeah,
Like,
her
no,
eye.
they
One
like-
of her eyes just completely fucking gone. It's like down.
Oh, really? Hold on, I gotta see this. I didn't notice that the first time around. Or,
Like
or
one,
the third,
well,
or
not
the
inverted.
billion.
One of them is completely like one's looking one way and the other one's like down the way. So it's like,
Oh, I think I know what you mean. Hold on.
yeah.
603.
And it's like, and then Giselle kills her, and then looks at her, and it's like, oh, you're so cute, and it's like, did you see her face?
I think
She looks
Giselle
fat.
split her head open, actually.
Oh
I
yeah,
mean,
she's,
Because just all the bashing against the rocks, and then like what? I like how in the page prior to that, it's just like this trail of bone. Like I think it knew like some shit goes down. That
Oh,
was
sorry,
the thing.
you're losing signal, dude. Say it again.
Like in the page prior to that, when you see like the trail of blood just going on the ground, like like someone survived. Okay, hold on. So Oh yeah.
Yeah, her eyes are just like kind of when her head is just against the floor. Her eyes are
Yeah.
kind of just like.
Yeah, she made.
I don't know if you're meant to laugh at that or what.
No, because it's funny now. It would have been funny then, but like I think Giselle severed the tendon connecting her eye to her brain or whatever.
Yeah, must have.
So that's why it's like, but it is it is a little funny. She's like derp.
I know.
Yeah,
But then she
it's
calls herself,
essentially
like,
kind of a
looks so
lazy
cute.
eye.
It's funny when it probably shouldn't be.
Yeah, it's a little creepy,
I wouldn't have laughed if I read that if I read that if I saw that first time around, but now when I'm like half tired, I'm like, that's hilarious, black
Yeah.
comedy.
Yeah, it's like it's brilliant. I just find it funny. I know because someone's just died, but it's like
Oh, I also remember how many people are gonna confuse the rocks behind her for her boobs, and say that's proof that she has massive boobs.
Who has massive boobs?
Just Bambietta.
Oh, what, in the bottom panel of that same page?
Yeah, because like they're like rocks that are like in a position where it's like, oh, they're obviously your boobs, like, but they're not. And then,
Yeah,
like,
okay,
and
I don't know
everyone's
where
like,
you come up with that one.
I'm surprised how people don't know what a push-up bra is, because everyone was like, oh, she is zipping up her jacket. That means that she has big boobies, like Hikifune. I was like, no, shut up. God.
I know. Do you remember? It's like what are people so obsessed with like putting boob size in fucking? Excuse my language.
Yeah.
Fucking.
No,
Fudging,
please.
fudging.
I've been like, I'm pretty sure I've sworn on this podcast quite a few times.
I
I
know,
don't
but
think.
I'm not a rude person. But I don't know. It's like people
Frick,
want to go. I
darn.
want to see the size of their we must list the size of their boobs.
Yeah.
Why?
Frick,
Why
yeah,
can we not just say they're a curvy individual or they're a petite individual? That's all you need. You don't need,
Frick.
oh, and that's massive boobs.
Frick, darn it all to heck. That's you.
Yeah.
That's clearly what you're trying to get for. But yeah,
Can you
you're
imagine
right.
if that was standard what you put on wikis? The fairy tale wiki.
I mean,
was just boobs,
I mean, what if we did it for like people like Charlotte and BD9 and Pepe who have those massive packages? No one cares about those.
Yeah, we
no
don't
one
measure
cares.
them.
Yeah, we don't just mention the fact that they probably have massive dongs. We don't just mention that. Like, come on, just be capacious. I mean, unless it's like explicitly noted by some people, like I don't know, other characters. But like, why bother? Honestly.
Yeah.
I mean, people can like tell for themselves, which is why I don't mention it, because God knows I'd hate to have to describe what Pep is packing.
Oh, God, I don't know. Pepe's packing some love.
The love cannon.
He's packing love. That's what he's packing. And of course Bosby is packing heat.
Yeah, I mean, no. Obviously, it's the love cannon. That's what he calls it.
Yep.
Oh
But
god,
come on, come on.
We have already had we already have had a weapon called the love gun.
Well, that's what's
Come on,
that's
no.
what's all can. It's the upgrade.
Oh come on, no one got no one reacted to the pack and heat joke.
I know what you
What's
said.
pack and heat?
I wanted to ignore it. It's a
Pack and
it's
heat
a
is
phrase we use for like when you're carrying a gun.
Yeah,
You
it's like
pack-
American slang for having a gun.
Yeah, American slang, like you and your fob off or whatever was.
Yeah, when you're packing heat, you usually got like you usually have like usually a pistol hidden away,
Stuff.
like under your shirt or something.
Anyway, I think this podcast is kind of over.
Yeah, we got off track. But anyway, that happened.
Amazingly sidetracked.
So yeah, with that, I bid you all adieu.
Yeah,
Alright.
if you enjoyed the podcast, you can subscribe and follow us on Twitter.
Like us,
We got all-
share us on MySpace and Pinterest.
Share us on the MySpace and the
What's
Facebook.
what's an internet? I'm too old for this shit.
The Tinternet.
Yeah, but anyway, I'm
going to leave you all with a thought. Imagine an old woman taking her computer monitor, just the monitor, for her desktop, and going into an electronics store, slamming it on the counter and saying, "Fix my email."
Good God, that was an incredibly accurate old woman voice.
Yeah, that
Thank
happens
you
all the
very
time.
much,
I get that
It
all
was
the time.
almost
We stand in awe before that which cannot be seen.